Hey guys, if you join me, I'm doing a Sunday night yoga flow. I'm going to start out in a child's pose. So if you have your mat, you can pull it out. Your forehead touching the ground, and just begin here, focusing on yourself, focusing on your breath work. Breathing in and releasing what doesn't serve you. Breathing in, holding at the top, and then releasing out your mouth. Breathe in, hold at the top, retain, release. Breathe in, retain, and release. And then slowly switch to breathing in and releasing out your nose. Remember to release whatever doesn't serve you in this present moment. And then whenever you're ready, go to all fours. And we're going to start in cat and cow pose, where you lift your head up and then tuck your head under. And just feeling the stretch in your back, your upper back. And just elongating your spine. And then from here, I'm going to lift my left leg back, my right arm out in front. And I'm just going to hold it here. It's going to warm up your core. And then while you're here, you're going to extend out to either side. And remember to return back to the present moment with your breath work. And then release. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So lift your right leg out, your left arm out in front, and then out to the side. Focusing on your breathing. Yoga is, of course, a breathing practice first. So when you practice yoga, you're essentially telling yourself to focus on the here and now and not to worry about what doesn't serve you. And it's kind of challenging to do in real life, but yoga reminds us that the present moment is what's really important in life. So right now I'm grasping for my, with my right hand with my left foot behind me. And then I'm going to do a counterbalance on the other side. My left arm is going to reach for my right foot behind me. And then from here, I'm going to do a bear pose. So lift your knees up off the ground. Balance here just to warm up your spine. Focusing again on your breath work. And then from here, I'm going to go to a downward dog. And then walk your dog while you're here. If this is the first time that you're in this position for today, you're going to want to stretch out your legs. Sway from side to side just to be able to stretch it out in your hips. And then from here, I'm going to walk it out into a Malasana Yogi squat here. This is going to stretch out your inner thigh area. You're just going to move back and forth. If you sit all day and you're complacent, this stretches out and releases all the toxins in your inner thighs. And then from here, you're going to put your left hand down, your right arm toward the sky. Just feel the stretch on your side body. And then the same on the other side. And then if you feel it in your body right now, go for an inversion, a tripod, something, just to get your body up and moving. Inversions are a great way to challenge yourself. There's so many different ways to do inversions. So sometimes I like to start out my practice doing that just to get myself warmed up. So from here, I'm going to go back to a downward dog. And then from here, I'm going to walk my hands to the back of the mat, half lift, forward fold, stand tall. And then I'm going to do a side bend to the right. Just feel that stretch in your left side body. Back to center. Then side bend to the left. Feel the stretch in your right side body. Then you're going to clasp your hands behind your back. Mini back bend. Forward fold. And just feel it here for a second. and then walk it out to do a vinyasa. But I'm going to hold it here in a high plank in this position, just to warm up my body some more. Challenging yourself or doing small challenges really helps awaken yourself back to the present moment. And yoga is focusing on the present moment. And then from here, we're going to walk back to the downward dog. Just releasing anything that doesn't serve you. And then from here, I'm going to walk my hands back. I'm going to do the same thing, just a slight variation. Mini half lift, forward fold, stand tall. You're going to twist to the right, gaze follows, and then center, and then twist to the left, gaze follows out your left side. And then clasp your hands behind your back, forward fold, and then we're going to do a twist. So right hand toward the sky, gaze follows, and slight bend in your right leg when you do the twist with the left hand toward the sky, and then walk it out to a high plank. And then while you're here, just hold it for a moment and focus on your breathing. And you can even do some twists in this position. And then back to the downward dog. From here, I'm going to lift my right leg high. I'm going to step it through, and then I'm going to do like a crescent lunge in this position. Just feel this stretch, and just hold it here for a moment. And then from here, I'm going to go to a pyramid pose. Walk your left foot forward, lean over, straight right leg, forward fold. In this position, gaze follows toward your navel. And then I'm going to put my right down, left hand toward the sky, gaze follows toward the left hand, half moon pose, and then I'm going to take it down to a vinyasa or a downward dog. Now we're going to do those poses on the next side. So you're going to lift your left leg high. You're going to step it through, crescent lunge, gaze follows toward the sky. You're in a mini back bend. And then pyramid pose. You're leaning over your left leg. And then you're going to go into half moon pose. Now, yoga is not specifically about what poses I'm saying per se, but it's about feeling one with yourself and being in the present moment. Meaning your mind and body are connected, and you can easily let go of what doesn't serve you. You can focus on here and now with your breath work, unifying yourself. Now, as you get more warmed up, you should see that you can feel it more in your body. And we're going to build onto the sequence. So I'm going to lift my right leg high. I'm going to step it through into a crescent lunge. And then I'm going to go into a pyramid pose, into the half moon pose, your left hand toward the sky. And then I'm going to twist my left leg over my right. Temple dancer. I'm going to twist all the way to the inside, hook my left elbow in the inside of my left leg or my left foot. And then I'm going to reach my left leg out to the side. Padangusthasana B. Just hold it here for a moment. These standing poses definitely build strength in your body, and every movement that you make is strengthening yourself. And then you're going to reach behind, grab your left foot, lean forward, dancer pose, and then back to the downward dog. Now we're going to do those poses on the other side as well. Again, every day your body will feel different depending on what your body is craving. So you're going to lift your left leg up high. Put your arms overhead, crescent lunge, and then we're going to go into a pyramid pose. So lean over your left leg. Feel the stretch in the back of your neck. Just really feel it right now. And each pose is meant to be connecting you. And then half moon, right hand toward the sky, gaze follows. And then from here, we're going to cross our right foot over our left leg, and then temple dancer. And then you're going to twist to the inside. And then you're going to reach your foot out to the side. And then you're going to reach behind, dancer pose, lean forward, feel the stretch, and then downward dog. You can always do a vinyasa. I skip the push-ups sometimes because it's really easy to overdo it with your upper back. And then from here, you're just going to walk it out. I'm going to walk my hands back to do a chair pose. So half lift, forward fold, chair pose. Now I'm going to walk forward. I'm going to add weights to this to hold it into position. If you don't have weights, that's totally fine. Just do whatever you have available, or you can use your body. I just added an extra to challenge myself. You can even add ankle weights if you wanted to this. So while you're in the chair pose, you're working your core, you're focusing on the present moment, and you're making sure that you're able to focus on here and now and letting go of what doesn't serve you. And then when you're ready, we're going to twist to the left or to the right. Gaze follows. Open your arms. Back to center. Stay low. Twist to the left. Open your arms. Stay low. And then stand tall. Forward fold. And then walk it out into a high plank and hold it. And then back to a downward dog. From here, you're going to lift your right leg high. You're going to go into a pigeon pose. Just hold it here for as long as you can. You're probably not going to be able to go super low unless you're super warmed up. So there will be a stopping point. This really stretches out your inner thigh and helps focus on releasing any tension or toxins that might be in your body there. So from here, you're going to lift your right leg high. You're going to step it through, and I'm going to do a reverse half moon. So my left hand is planted, my right foot is planted. I'm going to lift my right arm high. It's kind of like a twist in your body, but it feels so good. It might feel kind of awkward, I'm not going to lie, but it's good for you to twist out your body, to release and move whatever is necessary. Then I'm going to go into like the chair pose, and then like a temple dancer where my left elbow is going to be hooked to the inside of my left foot, and just hold it here for a moment. These challenges are definitely designed to make you aware of where you are right now, to make you wobbly and fall out of place, just like real life, where challenges arise and sometimes you don't know what's going to happen or how you're going to be able to handle it. So you have to be able to pivot or be resilient with whatever comes up in life. So now from here, I'm going to do a half bound lotus pose. So for half bound lotus, you're going to put your left leg inside the hip crease of your right. You can reach behind and grab your left foot. I cannot. And then lean over forward straight. And just feel the stretch in your left foot. When you release everything, it's so amazing how much you feel when you loosen up your body and you release the toxins that are stored within it, which is crazy how much you can really hold in your body, which can manifest as something else. So you're going to lift your left leg out in front, step it back. I'm going to go into a runner's lunge. So my right leg is bent. I'm on my elbows, just feeling this inner thigh stretch. Sometimes you can only go up this high. It just depends. Every day your body will feel different based on your needs. So we're going to do those same poses on the left side. So you're going to lift your left leg high, pigeon pose, where you're lean over your left leg where it's bent in front of you, and you only go as far as your body is allowing you to go. And just focus here for a moment. Take a breather. And then going to go back up to lift your left leg high. Step it through reverse half moon pose, where your right hand's down, your left foot's down. Your left hand is toward the sky, and your gaze follows as much as you can do it. Just hold it here for a moment. And then I'm going to cross my right foot over my left. I'm going to go into the temple dancer pose. Now, each side will feel different based on what your body is feeling that day. So again, focus on your breathing, because that's what's essential in this moment. Now we're going to release it. We're going to do the half bound lotus on this side. So basically, you're going to put this leg in the hip crease, your right leg in the hip crease, and then lean forward. If you can reach your arm behind and grab it, which I cannot, feel free, and walk your hands in as close to your left foot as you can. And just your gaze follows at your navel. You're just feeling the elongated stretch in the back of your neck, and also feeling the stretch like in the left leg. It feels incredible, I'm not gonna lie. And sometimes we forget how tight we are. And so we go into these poses and we're like, holy crap, I didn't know I was storing this much tension or tightness in this area. So from here, I'm going to go into the runner's lunge. I'm not sure if I did that. I think I did that one. I got to do this one. So remember, if you can't go to your elbows, that's totally fine. Just go to wherever you can go and just feel the stretch in your inner thigh area. And each time you do yoga, your challenges will get different and you'll feel different, because there's no time that you go to the mat, no 2 times where it will be the same. Life is continuously evolving, and so is your practice on the yoga mat. So from here, we're back in downward dog, and trying to think of what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to go back to an inversion now that we're warmed up. And remember, challenging yourself is so important. You can do a crow pose, you can do a tripod. And when I started doing yoga years ago, I could not in any way do an inversion. So do not think that just because you cannot do it today doesn't mean you can't do it like next year, next week, or next month. You have to challenge yourself each time. So whatever feels good in your body is what's going to be calling to you. And again, make sure you stretch out your sides after if it feels tight. And just whatever your body is calling you to do. I'm going to do one more inversion, and then I'm going to go to my stomach to do another core workout. So again, if you need to start out in tripod or crow is super simple. You just put your knees on the back of your elbows, and you just lift your head up off the ground for as much as you can. And sometimes it's like a split second, but you're at least trying. So from here, you go. And then back down. From here, I'm going to go to a high plank, and I'm just going to do a side plank on either side. If you can challenge yourself and lift your left foot on top of your right leg and hold it, that's awesome. Always be looking for the next challenge when you do these things, because if you don't challenge yourself, you're not growing. All right, and then I'm going to go down to my stomach from this position, and I'm going to do Superman or floor bow, whatever is calling you in your practice. Superman is where you lift your arms up and your legs up in the back. Floor bow would be where you grab your feet behind you and you lift both up. Now, both have great benefits because when you're sitting at a desk all day or you're looking at your phone all day, your head is hunched over, so your upper back is probably in pain or overused. So you're going to want to strengthen your middle back, which this helps with. This also helps pull your shoulders back, your neck back, and helps remind the muscles that they do not have to sit forward all the time. So very beneficial. This also leads me to another good stretch after this. So whatever your body is calling you to do in this pose, feel free to do it. So I'm going to go back up. I'm going to grab my feet behind me and just lift up off the ground. It's just really good to strengthen yourself. So after this pose, we're going to go into broken wing, which is really great for cracking your lower back. If you have tension in your lower back, sciatica area, or anywhere there, it's really great. So just take a breather before going back to the next position. And so the way you're going to do the next position is you're going to, like, go on my computer. You're going to we're going to start with our right arm. Put your right hand out flat next to you. Face your head to the left, just whatever length you want that right arm to. And then you're going to roll over, and your left hand can grab the arm behind you, or you can go as far as your body is allowing you to go. Basically, you're using your left foot as a kickstand, and you only go as far as your shoulder allows you to. It's basically going to cut off circulation to your right shoulder and then bring new circulation when you roll back over. Now, if you feel any pinching or anything, roll back over because that's not normal, or reposition your arm. Now, whenever you're ready, you can roll over to the next side. So you're going to put your left arm out. You don't even have to have done the practice to do this. You can do this like in the morning if you feel like your lower back needs to be cracked. Your left side of your cheek, see my lower back just cracked there. And my right foot is like a kickstand. It's just basically twisting your lower back and helping it. It's also helping with your blood flow in your shoulder because you're introducing new blood flow after. Now, whenever you feel ready, roll back over, go back up to a seat. And from here, I'm going to go into a deer pose. So basically, you're going to put your right leg in, your left leg behind you, and then you're going to lean over wherever feels good in your body. Now, you're stretching out this inner right thigh when you do this. So it's really good to have the ability to stretch it out, because we carry a lot of tension in our hip and thigh area, believe it or not. And a lot of it can be from sitting a lot if we don't get up and walk often, but just stress in general, I feel like I carry in my hips or my upper shoulders. So I read something the other day that said, it was interesting. It said that if you feel like you have everything in the world, and I'm going to switch, you can switch whenever you want. If you feel like you have everything in the world, the universe will provide you with everything. So kind of like saying, I know I'm getting the saying wrong, but basically that if you're not craving or wanting something, the right things will come when they need to. So I think it's easy for us to say that we want, because in this world, it's easy to get distracted and think society says we need something else, but we really don't. It's a want. So basically, it says if you're content with what you have, everything will show up correctly as it is. So, and I find a lot of truth in that, because we can get distracted easily by what the media says, what other people say, and distractions, and it will distract us from what we want to be in life, or where we want to be too. So it's very true. So when you're done stretching there, just stretch out your legs in front. Just do a forward fold. Remember to begin back focusing on your breath work. And then when you're ready, this concludes my yoga practice. Thanks for joining. Namaste.